Hey there and welcome back. So today, first thing that I wanted to do was to, as I've been doing this just on 2 years now, I wanted to say basically thank you so much for staying with us, for watching, and again a thank you for the last video what I did, which was the Hornby steam generator. Now just wow, thank you so much. I've not had a video with that many views, likes and everything since I've been doing this, so thank you so much. Now what I would like to know is, as this is my first time showing myself, so hi, yes, I am the model Aurelia, my name's Kev, so I just wanted to thought, you know, something a little bit different so you know who I actually am. And yeah, so I thought I would just try this and see what people's thoughts are rather than just seeing the hands just in front of the camera. So today what we're going to be looking at is this. Now this, as we can see, is the wrong way around. So we're going to be looking at this. There we go. Yeah, I am going to have to get used to filming this way around. So we're looking at the Virgin East Coast train pack. Now I've been looking for one of these for absolutely ages, and when it was, the prices of these were quite a bit. Now I was fortunate enough, this was an eBay find, and I got this whole train pack for just £160. Now yes, while that is quite a fair bit of money, this is a limited edition set. It comes with a certificate and everything, so yeah, I'm really hoping that you're going to enjoy. Looking forward to seeing this one, especially after doing the HST running session the other week. You know, it had some nice comments about that, so I thought, you know what, why not? Because when I've done this on here, that means it can go out into the collection and it can be used going forth in any future videos, or you know, just for myself, because any what I do get, I always keep them to one side until I've done a review. Yes, I do have somewhat haven't been running in about 7 months since I've got them. Yeah, I need to get those done so I can start using them. So anyway, let's flip the camera around, let's get to the desk, and let's see this up close and see what you think of it. Okay, so back to our normal viewing angle. Now, this one, we are going to show you the front drive car. We are going to show you one of the coaches. As being a HST, it's near enough mimicked on the back. The other coach is exactly the same. So yeah, now one thing with this, let me just pop this box in just to one side. As you can see there, it does come in polystyrene, because this is a bit of an older set, but as again, what I said, it is a limited edition set, and it does come with a certificate, which I'll show you in a minute. And yeah, it is an absolutely fantastic set. So let's move this to one side and let's have a look at the power car. So as we can see, we have got a great bit of detailing on the front. Now this is the thing with the railroad. If I can just get the camera to, there we go, that's better. So as we're looking at this, yeah, you can tell it's an older model. It's just painted on to the front, but you know what, it does look pretty nice and pretty decent. As you can see from the lighting there, we have got separately fitted windows. You can see the driver's seat, and as you can see through, and yeah, you see there's not much in the way of detail there, because again, this is quite an older model. You can see some of the wires through to the inside, but again, this is still a fantastic loco to run around your track. So you see there on the side, we've got the 91, and considering that this is older, look how absolutely amazing this livery is applied. This is so crisp, so clear. You know, a couple of models what I have seen, you know, they could definitely learn a couple of things from how these are. Now if you look in here, as you can see where the door is, it doesn't actually look like the handrails or the handles are separately fitted, but to be honest, they look and they are picked out that well, you won't really be able to tell the difference. Again, this looks absolutely wonderful. We've got our sticker And the side here, our warning label, should I say. If we turn this around to the back, you can see that we've got the nice glazing on the back too. We do have 2 seats in the back of this locomotive. And we have, again, just painted on lights at the back. Now, yes, I know these are painted on, but this does give us one good little opportunity. And that is because they are painted on a nice flat surface, it would be quite good and quite easy for us to be able to fit some lights onto these as well. So that is a really cool thing. So let's just see how close we can get in with this. And I think, yeah, that's about as close as we're going to get. I mean, you can see there are some numbers and everything there, and the same on this other side. But yeah, if you pull this away, you know, not the furthest of distances, you can see, you know, just how small these are on the locomotive, and again, just how well that these are picked out. Now, with this again being an older model, you can tell by the D fittings on the back, there's no springy buffers on this one. I can see going down this side, again, it looks absolutely fantastic, and I really do like the trains with this Virgin livery on. I think it does look really, really good, and especially the red with the yellow, the bit of white on, the little bit of grey on the back is a bit more difficult to tell off camera. But even this here, you can see it's been wonderfully faded into the rest of the paintwork, and it really does look great. And the other thing with this set too is I have to look into it, but as we can see here, if we move this just to one side, just let me work out again how I did this. There we go. We have a metal extending pantograph, which looks really, really nice. Now this is metal, the fittings are metal, you've got your spring underneath, so you can see that's fully working. It clips back into place. Now, if you look at the top here, you have your slider switch, which indicates that this may be a pantograph that you can use. But I will get back down. I will have to check. So I'm not 100% certain. At some point, I will take the body off. I will have a look at this and see if this is a viable running option. Now, there is one thing that I will say to you. If this isn't live, that doesn't mean to say that you can't use it. You have your overhead gantries. If you were to get some, say, fishing wire and pop that around the gantries, you could quite easily have this running the pantograph. It will look super real, and then you wouldn't have to worry about the overhead power going to this train either. So it's just a little something to think about. If we get back up close to this, we can see we've got the grills fitted on the side. And while they are just painted out, you know, they aren't like separately fitted, they still look fantastic. And we've got plenty of detail underneath. Now, the motor in this, let's see if we can try and get you a little better shot of it. If we go underneath, you can see it is a more modern motor, but it still feels like it has a bit of the old Hornby Ringfield style to it, the way that it is mounted into the back. But as you will see, this thing runs absolutely fantastically, and there is a lot of weight to this, so I'm expecting this to pull really, really well. Now, fortunately, underneath, I know some people like them, some people hate them. You do have traction tires where the motor is. You have none on the front, but again, you know, it's kind of a love-hate relationship with traction tires. It doesn't necessarily bother myself unless they come off and then it won't run. But it doesn't mean to say that it's, you know, it still runs fantastically with or without them. So let's have a look at a coach to go with this one. So the coaches here, they are a very long coach. So if you have any tighter circuits, if you've got any tighter stations, with the way or with the amount what these do come in, you may find that you do need to adjust your station slightly. Obviously on the smaller coaches, they don't come in off the track quite as much. So as you can see there with the way the bogies are, you know, it will turn very tight, but just bearing in mind that it will cut, that means it will come across more. So let's have a look at the coach. As we can see here, we've got a really nicely applied livery to this side. I am going to have to move this out of the way as he professionally knocks the camera. So, oh dear, see, don't you just love this side of things? So as you can see there, we've got a really nicely applied livery to the end. We have what looks like a fitting just at the bottom of those doors, which could be to do with the body. It's a little bit of a shame, but don't forget, this is going to be close behind the engine, so you're not really going to see anything. So if we turn this around to one side, as we can see, this is a C class coach, or coach C. So we've got a wonderful application of the paint around the door, just to highlight what that's for. It is a little bit fuzzy on the top and on the left, but the rest of it looks fantastic. You have the step picked out. You also have the handle picked out the same, just as on the locomotive. And again, it isn't separately fitted. However, it does look really, really good. So as we move along the coach, you can see there you've got the detailing on the bogies. You've got what looks like your, that looks more like air suspension than leaf suspension to me. And then if we just tilt slightly, you can see that there are seats on the inside, but these do have the tinted windows. So if you are running this, you're not really going to be expected to see inside the train unless you fit this out with lights, then in which case you may want to put some people inside. But because the bodies on these, like the old Intercity 225, does come off that easily, then, you know, it's super easy to do that if you want to. So we've got a nice bit of livery which is going along the side, running along the windows, which looks fantastic. You've got detailing picked out from the side. Unfortunately, this is kind of just a big block of plastic. Just, you know, just telling you a little bit more that it is one of the slightly, you know, cheaper end of the models. But again, it looks fantastic going around the track. So moving along, you've got the number on the back of this coach. Again, you've got the type of coach, what this is, or sorry, the letter of the coach, what should I say, not type. And if we turn around to the back, we have exactly the same from the back. Now on the roof, there isn't much in the way to go with these. You've just got your slight bit of roofing detail to the top, but again, it is fitted really nicely. So that is the locomotive. That is one of the coaches that goes with it. So let's pop these to one side and let's have a look at the manuals. So let's have a look at the manual. Now, as you can see, you know, especially with it being a bit more older, it's just Hornby's piece of paper, but it does tell you everything what you need to. So as you can see there, this is a class 91. Now this is DCC ready, so it does have a 8-pin socket fitted to this. So especially with all the newer decoders what are coming out now and the sound files what Hornby are getting, I believe a class 91 is due. So yeah, that could be super cool to see what that runs and sounds like with one of these. So as we can see there, it's just telling us the information, routine maintenance about the locomotive. And then if we open this up, that was so easy a minute ago. As you can see, it tells you our lubrication points from the top. Yeah, I don't know why the camera keeps doing that. Stop messing about, please. It tells you how to remove the body. Now there is only one screw on this, and it's a central screw. Now it does say, or it does show hands prizing the body apart. To remove this, you need to take away that screw first. But just bear in mind, like the older style of this, where that screw is, there is a big weight. So if that weight is screwed into here, and just be careful as you're doing that it doesn't rattle around, it doesn't fall about. But I will check that as of when I have this open for maintenance. So as we can see there, it does tell us about the pantograph. So I don't have a layout what is fitted for a pantograph, but with having the slider on this, it looks like that could be a viable option. So yeah, so we'll have to see that. That will be really interesting. And then as we go, we've got the DCC ready. So fantastic. And again, that is only fitted in the locomotive. So if you wish to modify this and pop some lights in that rear car, you will have to do a bit of work to that to get that up and running. And then on the back, just have Hornby's last little bit of information. So yeah, that is a standard manual really. And this is a cool part, and the reason why I was a bit more made up to find this one is the certificate. Now I am going to cover up this little bit. So as you can see there, the certificate is in absolutely fantastic condition. And look at that. I've met quite a few sets as I've been looking to get one of these, and I have never seen a number as low as this. They're normally in the hundreds. I understand numbers like this, obviously the lower the number, the more collectible they are, you know, the more likely people are just to have these. Well, which would be a shame to never use them, to never run them because of the numbers. But I am going to use this, and I am going to run this because that's what it was intended for. But number 19 out of 1,000, that is a seriously low number. So that is just absolutely brilliant. So nothing on the back of this, just a nice printed piece of paper. And yeah, that pretty much covers everything. So I would like to know what you think about this, how it looks. Get that pantograph up, there we go. Yeah, I think this is an absolute cracking looking locomotive. And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this not only down on the layout, but also on the track, running with some other Class 91s like these 225, what I do have. Even alongside the Class 43, this is going to look really nice. Now, before we take this down to the track, I will just say, because the track, as you know, has got first, second and third radius, we will try this on first radius, but due to the size of the coaches, I will be unable to run this fully on first radius. So we will try, we will see if it will get round. But yeah, just because of where the station is and a couple of other features, it is just a bit too tight. And the outer radius, because again, I'm going to be using the set downstairs, it is DCC. So unfortunately, you know, I won't be able to run anything else with this, but I hope you still enjoy the running session nevertheless. And yeah, so we will pop this on its own. And again, I just hope you enjoy watching this locomotive go round. So let's head there right now. Let's get this down the track. And hey, let's see what it goes like. Okay, so here it is down onto the track. Now, as you can see, I've currently got this on the first radius. We've got the tail end of it there on second radius, ready to go. And if you look just over there, we do have a coach, what is close to the station. So I am going to show you that in a second. Now, if we have a look at this, we'll just turn it up slowly on the controller. And there's a bit of a noise. It is a little jerky. Slow it down, but again, this is supposed to be a high-speed train. It's just stopped on the points there. So yeah, it is, you know, supposed to go around a bit quicker. And as we can see there, the second that we do speed this locomotive up, it starts to run really nice and smooth. Now, as you can see, this is moving around on first radius. So let me just have a quick look. yeah, unfortunately it is going to catch that way, so I'll have to send it this way onto this curve. So let's see how it does. And look at that. That is managing first radius. It's absolutely fantastic. So should you have a bit of a tighter, it did clear, but should you have a bit of a tighter set, this, oh my god, it actually got around that as well. I genuinely thought it will catch on there. So as you can see, if I just go here, you can see the coaches are a lot longer than the dummy car and the main drive unit. So yeah, that is probably why that has made it. But I do know I have tried, and these coaches do struggle. So if I just bring you over here and show you this. So this obviously is as close as we can get. As you can see there, it's actually going up onto and over the platform. So yeah, that is going to catch. And you can see there, it's actually lifting up the body. So sadly, you know, if you've got something like that, it is going to catch. But if you do have enough room with first radius, and you are in a fortunate place where, you know, you can have, say, a platform on the outside, you may just find that this is a locomotive that you can actually run quite well on first radius, like we saw with this. And let's bring it back around a second. There we go. You know, if you give it a little bit of distance, this is actually running perfectly on first radius. So that is absolutely fantastic. So what we'll do, we'll move this, we'll couple it up to the rest of the train. Get your words out. And then yeah, we'll set it off around the track, a little bit of a running session. We'll come back to it at the end like we normally do. So yeah, so I hope you enjoy this. So what I am going to do, I'm just going to back this one into shot, because as you can see, even though it kind of does have the way, you know, with the pantograph on, doesn't look out of place going the other direction either. So there we have it. And let me know what you think about this train pack. I think this is absolutely fantastic. You saw, yes, crawling, it wasn't the best. It was a little bit juttery. But as soon as it got past that, it got up to the slightly more moderate speed. You know, probably maybe a bit better of a crawl for something like this. It was absolutely fine. Lovely and smooth around the track. And, well, in my opinion, I think this looked absolutely brilliant running around as well. And also, even on a layout just as small as this one, it didn't really look out of place. And I think you could definitely get away with an extra coach or two on this. You know, running a little bit slower, yeah, that is going to look perfectly fine. So, and also right at the end, yeah, I did give it a little bit of full throttle just to see how quick this could go and how well it stuck to the track as well. And yes, I know obviously I will have edited the video, however, it didn't come off once. It stuck to the tracks like absolute glue at full speed going round. So yeah, this is a great locomotive, fantastic runner, quite quiet as well considering. And yeah, absolutely fantastic. So let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. let me know, how do you have one of these? Would you like to get one of these? And yeah, I think next time we do a HST running session, I think this can now definitely be included, and this will look really nice going along with the Intercity. So again, for the previous video, thank you so very much. And yeah, I think this is a fantastic locomotive if you can get it like I did at the right price. Limited edition too, which makes it a little bit more special. And yeah, there are still coaches of what you can get for this, so you can quite easily add to it in your collection as well. And there we have it. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video, you've enjoyed this review on this train pack on the Virgin East Coast. So yeah, absolute fantastic locomotive. So would I get one of these again? Do you know what? I could actually see myself getting another one of these to go on a future layout, because imagine a couple of these running in tandem. That would be absolutely brilliant. That would look really nice too. So with that being said, thumbs up, like and subscribe. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and as always, we shall see you in the next video.